The US-Iran war has taken a dramatic turn after Donald Trump openly revealed what he calls his favorite thing to do while the conflict is ongoing. That favorite thing is taking Iran's oil. Yes, the remark has triggered global debate, raised fears of escalation, and pushed oil markets into uncertainty. With that, in a striking interview, Donald Trump said his preferred option in the ongoing conflict is to take the oil in Iran. Well, he also suggested that the United States could seize the Kharg Island, Iran's main oil export hub, claiming that the operations could be carried out very easily. Kharg Island is extremely important for Iran. Why? Because the island handles a large share of country's oil exports, making it a strategic economic lifeline for Iran. Any attempt to capture or control it would directly impact Iran's revenue and the global energy supply. Well, Trump compared the possible move to Venezuela. Yes, where he claimed that the United States intends to control oil operations almost immediately when they capture something. He argued that securing the oil resources would be beneficial, while the critics in the US opposed the idea. His comments also signal more aggressive economic objectives tied directly to the military strategy of the United States. Well, the remarks come at the time when tensions in the Middle East are already high. Reports say that the Pentagon is also studying options involving Kharg Island, including the limited ground operations rather than a full invasion. However, officials warn that such a move carries serious risk because including such casualties can cause a regional de-escalation. While Iran is also reportedly reinforcing the islands, military personnel, air defense systems, and proactive measures are being increased in the anticipation of possible US action. Well, this indicates that Tehran sees the location as potential target and is preparing for any kind of confrontation. With that being said, the stakes are not just militarily. Oil markets are reacting quickly. Prices have surged sharply since the conflict intensified, and the fears of disruptions to Iranian exports could push the energy cost even higher. While any strike or seizure of the Kharg Island could also send the global prices soaring and could impact the economies worldwide. Well, strategically, taking of the control of Iran's oil infrastructure would weaken Tehran's financial capability. But analysts say that it could also trigger retaliation across the Gulf, including attacks on shipping routes and energy facilities. Well, that could widen the war beyond the Israel into the broader regional conflict. Well, the debate inside Washington also reflects the uncertainty. Some officials also move as the leverage to force negotiations, while others warn that it could pull the US into a long and costly ground conflict in the Middle East. While Trump's comments highlight how the economic objectives are now openly tied to the military strategy. Traditionally, the diplomatic message is to more direct approach focused on just the resources. But the key takeaway is clear. Well, the battle for territory may soon become a battle of oil. If Kharg Island becomes the target, the Iran-Israel U.S. war could move into a far more dangerous phase, and where the global energy security and the regional stability will be at stake.